After a few days of pause due to the FIFA date, Barcelona finally returned to the pitch this past weekend, and the anticipation was simply massive, not only because of the match itself but mainly because today marked the official return of Barça to the famous and long-awaited new Camp Nou, which had undergone a long, complex renovation, full of delays, that seemed endless. After more than 2 years playing away from home in temporary stadiums, with an atmosphere completely different from the unique energy that only Camp Nou can provide, fans finally experienced the moment of returning to the place where so many stories were written, where so many glories occurred, and where Barcelona has reinvented itself multiple times throughout its history. The excitement was palpable, both among fans filling the stands and among the players, who felt the weight, responsibility, and motivation of stepping onto the pitch again, a field representing one of the greatest symbols of world football. For many, returning to Camp Nou was like coming home after a long journey, and the atmosphere before the match was an absolute celebration, filled with anticipation, impatience, and the feeling that a new cycle might be starting for the club. And you, did you miss seeing Barça play at Camp Nou? Do you think this return could mark a turning point in the team's season? Let me know in the comments because I really want to hear your opinion. This match against Athletic Bilbao was not only special because of the Camp Nou return, it also carried enormous weight because Barcelona desperately needed to win to fight for the La Liga title again, something that seemed more natural last season, but this year has become a real battle. Unlike what we were used to, this season Barcelona has struggled to maintain consistency, stumbling in matches they should have won easily, oscillating more than expected, and watching Real Madrid pull ahead at the top of the table. That's why today's clash against Athletic was more than just a game, it was almost an early final, where winning was a must to keep dreaming of the title. And on top of winning, Barcelona had to hope Real Madrid lost their next match, because only then would Barça match their rivals' points and take the lead thanks to a better goal difference, which for now plays in favor of the Catalan club. This combination of factors added even more pressure on the team, which knew that any mistake could be fatal. But the big question is, do you believe Barcelona can maintain this regularity until the end of the season? Do you think the club is truly ready to fight for the Spanish title until the last round? Let me know in the comments because I want to hear your analysis as well. Now, let's talk about one of the most exciting parts of the day, the return of two extremely important players to the squad. First, Joan Garcia, who had already been confirmed as a starter today, coming back after several weeks sidelined due to a serious injury that even required surgery. During training sessions leading up to the match, Joan was evaluated by the club's medical staff and given full clearance to play, which was excellent news because Barcelona needed defensive solidity, something Joan provides with great security and confidence. However, while Joan Garcia's return was almost guaranteed, Rafinha's situation created a lot of doubt, expectation, and anxiety among fans. He participated in only 2 of the last 3 training sessions before the match, and although initially cleared by doctors, hours before the game reports emerged that he had felt a slight muscular discomfort, which put the board and medical department on alert. Nobody wanted to risk losing Rafinha again, especially since he was the best player last season, decisive, creative, and completely changing the team's offensive dynamic. So, on top of the tension surrounding the match, there was the big question, would Rafinha actually play today? And if so, would he start or come off the bench? Many fans argued he should be rested to avoid risks, while others said Barcelona needed him immediately, without waiting another minute. In your opinion, should Rafinha have returned straight into the starting lineup or been preserved for the second half? I want to know your answer in the comments. Another point that made this match even more charged with emotion and controversy was the presence of Nico Williams, who almost wore the Blaugrana jersey during the last transfer window but ended up renewing with Athletic Bilbao after a huge saga that left many Barcelona fans frustrated, disappointed, and even angry. Before the game, Spanish newspapers reported that a large portion of Barcelona supporters were organizing to boo the player during the match, as a way of expressing frustration and resentment because Nico had raised expectations, indicated interest in joining Barça, but then backtracked and renewed with Athletic. Many Coles said he had acted theatrically, deceived the club and fans, and used the situation to pressure Athletic into offering a better contract. And it's funny how things change. A few months ago, most fans were desperate to see Nico in Blaugrana. Today, these same fans dislike the player, claim he was never that special, and that Barca did well not to spend too much on someone they now see as overrated. This mixture of frustration, anger, and expectations completely transformed the atmosphere before the match, and many wanted to see how Nico would react in front of fans who had once considered him a prized jewel. And you, would you like to see Barca sign Nico, or do you think it's over and the club should move on? After today's match, this story took a new chapter because Nico Williams finally decided to break his silence and speak about everything that happened. He clearly stated that he knows many Barcelona fans hate him today, but that he honestly does not understand the reason for this anger because, according to him, there was never an official confirmation that he would sign with Barca. Nico confirmed that yes, there were conversations, negotiations took place, and he seriously considered coming to Barca, but nothing was ever 100% finalized. According to the player, those who fueled expectations were precisely some people within Barcelona's board, who let the press believe the deal was almost complete. Nico also said he still greatly admires Barcelona and would like to play there one day, but he does not know if he would be welcomed after everything that happened. His words further divided opinions. Some fans understood his perspective and acknowledged that the media may have exaggerated. Others believed Nico was responsible for fueling the saga and that his explanations changed nothing. And you, do you believe what Nico said, or do you think he's just trying to clean his image after the pressure from fans? With Nico Williams out of the picture, Barcelona ended up signing Marcus Rashford on loan, and even though he has been very useful and decisive in several matches, the club has not abandoned the idea of signing a definitive winger for the squad's future. Rumors suggest Barca is seriously considering buying Rashford at the end of the season, but this depends on many factors: performance, adaptation, and especially financial conditions, since the club is still facing economic challenges. Even with Rashford in the squad, there is still room for another winger, which is why many fans still talk about Nico Williams and believe he would still be an excellent signing. The big question is, after everything that happened, would Nico still accept coming to Barcelona? And most importantly, would the fans welcome him? To close today's video, the big question circulating among all fans: would you like to see Nico Williams play for Barca or not? After the whole saga, the frustration, and the broken expectations, some still hope to see him wear the Blaugrana jersey one day, but others feel his chance has passed and it will never be the same. So I really want to know your opinion. Do you think Nico Williams still has a place at Barcelona, or was his opportunity wasted? Comment below because I'll be reading everything, and I'll see you in the next video.